What's up, everybody? Tim Stoddard here, Stodzy TV, episode 5. Happy Monday. I hope all of you had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. Spent time with some family, which was really nice because we're down here in Florida. I don't get to see my family too often, so it was nice to see everybody, and I hope you all had a great weekend as well. Jumping right into it. On the last episode, what we spoke about was building an audience from scratch. It's very easy to talk about creating content and building community and providing value, but when you're just getting started, we gave 3 tips that are practical and useful that'll help you go from the 0 to the first 1,000 email subscribers. I think 1,000 followers is always a good benchmark and beginning goal. So what we're going to talk about in this episode is ways to connect with your audience. Building an audience is great, but just because they've given you permission to send them content doesn't necessarily mean they're going to connect with what you're saying. And if they don't connect, that's how you're going to get a lot of unsubscribes. That's how you're going to get a lot of people liking your social media and then unfollowing you, and that's not what you want. You would rather have a smaller audience that is engaged than a big audience that doesn't really give a shit about what you're saying. So I have 3 practical tips that are going to help you connect with your audience on an emotional level, because that's the goal. You want to spark some kind of emotion with them so that they feel emotionally invested to what you're saying. Tip number 1, talk to them on a personal level. A lot of bigger brands don't do well with this. They sort of talk about themselves. They say, hey, look at me, this is what we're about. And then they place that content into their audience and they wonder why their audience isn't really reacting to it and why they don't care. Because everybody likes to talk about themselves. And when bigger brands focus on themselves, you're not going to get a lot of engagement. So it's a lot easier for smaller brands to do this. Like for instance, what we're doing right now, this is me. I'm being personal with you guys. I'm talking to you guys directly. You can do the same thing through written content. You can do the same thing through podcasts, but you want to come down to their level and not be elitist, I guess the word is. Tip number 2, feature them. A great way to create a community is to actually feature the people within your community. I've seen really, really great examples of this with a great example, 8 and 9 Clothing. I'm actually wearing their t-shirt right now. A brand I've done a lot of work with. They love to receive user-submitted content through Instagram. So let's say I'm wearing their t-shirt right now. I take a picture of myself, I tag 8 and 9, and then they'll repost that picture and they'll tag me. So as a user, I'm excited that one of my favorite brands just shouted me out in front of their huge audience. And then that gets me emotionally involved. And then as the brand, that's free content. I just provided them free content that's going to help them drive sales, which is another great way to do it. Tip number 3, use guest bloggers. I'm always a fan of this. I think having other people write for you is a great way to build a passionate audience as well. Because if it's just me writing to my audience, if it's just me creating content, no matter how good I am at my job or how smart I am, I still only have one perspective. Getting other perspectives is a really, really great way to branch out to other people. And then from a practical standpoint, here's what else is going to happen. If I have a large following and I get guest blogger A, we'll just call him John. If I get John to write an article for me, his content is going to go out to my large following. He's going to be excited about it, and he's going to share the post that he did on my site with his following. So collaboration is a great, great way to get people emotionally involved and connected to your brand on a personal level. I know that we are spitting through this one kind of fast. It's the beginning of the week. I got a lot to do today, but I wanted to make sure I got this video done for you guys, because I'm telling you, the response we're getting is crazy. The emails I'm getting, the amount of views that these videos are getting. I've had people actually on the street come up to me and recognize me and say that they appreciated the videos that I was doing. So it's really humbling and inspiring that I'm creating value to you guys and that you guys are getting something out of it. So if you need to, you know, at the end of every video, you can email me, tim@Stodzy. Don't forget about the Snapchat. It's Stodzy Media. Alex is just doing such a killer job on Snapchat and interacting with people and giving out tips and advice for people who are trying to grow their brands. And stay tuned, because this is just video 5. And what I'm trying to do to you guys is show you that the methods that we're preaching to people is exactly what we're doing. And we're doing this ourselves by creating content, by trying to spark emotions with the people following us. And eventually what we're going to start doing really soon is I'm going to start featuring people who have been taking this advice and that are seeing success from it. So hit me up. Stay tuned. Till next time. Peace.